I've just touched down in the country that was bombed over 50,000 times by the USA, a country that by all means should hate Americans, and maybe they do. I'm gonna find out.
I'm in Baghdad on a culinary mission worth risking my life for.
This place is amazing. I've never seen anything like this.
I'm taking on the best of Iraqi food at every price point, from street food afforded by all.
I've seen so many videos of people trying this in Iraq already, and now it's my chance.
To high-end Middle Eastern magic that costs hundreds of dollars.
At the end, after it's been roasting, is he gonna put the whole animal on the platter?
Yeah.
This is art.
There is a book that was mentioned like in 10th century when Baghdad was the capital city of knowledge, trade, science, and food.
$8 million people, one city, powering close to 40% of Iraq's economy. This is Iraq, and right here is Baghdad, one of the Middle East's largest and most densely populated urban centers.
Baghdad actually, the city like will never sleep. It's so vibrant, it's full of life. The people, culture is mixed from different ethnic groups from the north to the south. So even down the street when you eat food, you know, like maybe it's not Baghdadi, but you eat like Mousili food, Basra food, Nasriya food from different parts of Iraq.
Joining me this morning, Osama, a local tour operator and my first of many Iraqi food guides.
This is how Baghdad wakes up. Kahi and Geymar.
Kahi and Geymar. And it seems like the food that you'll find around here, this is the food of the common man. This is the food that's afforded by everybody.
Yeah.
The cheapest dish of the day comes down to two things. First, kahi, a flaky pastry made of wheat flour. It gets oiled up, then stretched and stretched again. Once paper thin, it's folded over on itself and sent to the oven. The result is crispy, flaky, and satisfying. But by itself, well, something's missing. That's where Geymar comes in, a thick clotted cream made fresh from the milk of a buffalo.
In 10th century, like there is a book called Tabikh. In that book, Kahi and Geymar has been mentioned everything, the ingredients and everything, but not like comparing to the other countries. They made it from cow's milk, but this one is from buffalo. It dates back to the thousands and thousands of years.
Then comes the final touch, a sprinkle of crushed pistachios and a side of date syrup to bring it all together.
Step one, you can just pour, that syrup, a little, not that much, and take a piece of Geymar.
Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering.
What do you think?
How is that breakfast? That's dessert. In my country, we love to have breakfast that consists of stacks of pancakes, waffles, whipped cream. So this aligns well with that. I mean, there's a nice crispy, flaky pastry, a dusting of pistachio on top. Obviously, this sweet, hot syrup is what ties it all together, but that cream, it tastes like a dense whipped cream. For me, I'm a huge whipped cream fan. I mean, I will go to Starbucks and just order a cup of whipped cream. And so this is like heaven for me.
It's your first time to try the buffalo spotted cream?
It might be.
You tried it like in Mongolia, right?
Yeah, but when you're in Mongolia, who knows what you're drinking or eating? I could have eaten horse cream for all I know.
Osama was born in southern Iraq, but he's been building a life here in Baghdad since 1996.
When someone like me, even though I'm 41, when I tell my mom I'm going to Iraq, she's not like, oh, sounds amazing, have fun. She's like, why? Do you have to? So the question now is it safe in Baghdad?
It is safe. Because Iraq has suffered from the last 4 decades, Iran-Iraq wars, American section, 2003, and then the sectarian war, and then ISIS. And here we are, 2019, until now it's totally safe for me as a local and for you as a foreigner.
The rest of the world doesn't seem to know that. How long does it take the rest of the world to catch up?
We cannot predict, maybe 10 years, 5 years. We don't know, we're still working on it.
The Iraq of today is far different from what the US military left behind in 2011. But buildings are easier to rebuild than people. So these days, do Iraqi people hate Americans? By the end of this video, I plan to find out.
When you're touring people around Iraq or Baghdad, what are they most surprised by?
The food, obviously. They're surprised that it's great.
Okay, that's a good surprise.
It is. A lot of people really love our food.
Meet Fajr, guide, student, and my culinary ambassador for this meal.
This is a dish known as why don't you say it?
Tashreeb.
Tashreeb.
Yes.
It starts where everything good starts. Chopped onions, bell peppers, bay leaves hitting hot oil. Then black dried limes go in and cardamom pods crack open in the heat.
These are dried limes. They're a very important part of this dish.
A dried black lime, why is it black?
It was very dried.
Is that how it works? If anything gets dry enough, it turns black?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm not sure either.
Chicken drops in next. Turmeric, curry powder, cumin. Then potatoes and chickpeas.
To me, I feel like I've seen something similar before, and perhaps I even saw something similar when I was in Iran. I mean, what we have here is kind of stock bread chicken. It seems like a clever way to recycle old bread or bread that's gone kind of stale.
Absolutely.
And so it gets rehydrated and it's given new life.
This is the thing. The literal meaning of tashreeb is infusion, or like to drink. Calling it tashreeb is just the bread drinking the broth.
I like that. That's like poetry. We have the bread, we have the broth, and we have the chicken. We have no utensils.
No.
Explain. Is it okay to use the left hand? Like, what's it like?
Yes, so you mainly go in with your right hand because that's a more religious aspect of it. But you're not gonna get punished for starting with your left hand. It's okay.
Thank God. Oh my God. That's incredible. How do I describe that? I mean, first of all, the bread is completely saturated. It really soaks up all the flavors of that stock. It's an incredible, deep, savory flavor. So I imagine adding a little bit of sourness makes it even more dynamic.
Exactly.
But my favorite part is peeling off that chicken. The chicken is so soft. The food so far, it's winning me over. I'm in love. It's not enough to say it's savory. It's just a really deep umami flavor that comes from having boiled that chicken and the bones and all these spices together for such a long time.
And then one of the traditions, you have a spring onion.
Fajr is a Muslim woman living in an Islamic country pursuing her own career.
I like that.
A common ambition in many countries, but impossible in others.
What made you want to be a tour guide?
I wanted to introduce people to our culture and our heritage. They come to see a very modern side and a very historical side. And everything, well, is mainly intact.
What does that mean, mainly intact? I've been to other nearby countries, and when it comes to the way that women interact in that country, they're all a little bit different. I've been to Afghanistan where they have Sharia law, and it's pretty intense. Like, you can't film a woman. I could never sit down and talk to a woman like this on camera. Everybody has to be covered, either with a hijab or a burqa. Meanwhile, if you move west, there's Iran. All the women have to have some kind of a head covering.
Yeah.
And they always like wear it as far back on their head as possible because no one actually wants to be wearing it. Then you come to Iraq, as far as I can see, women don't have to wear any type of head covering.
Absolutely.
They don't have to dress any certain way.
They can wear whatever they want. Baghdad is very open. You can be whoever you want to be. Some cities are more conservative and religious.
I don't want people to feel like I'm making propaganda for Iraq.
Yeah.
So I should also ask, where is Iraq falling short when it comes to women?
I did research about this in university.
Yeah.
About the difference in the pay gap. In the public sector, it's completely fair. In the private sector, however, there's no supervision of if there's discrimination within wages given between men and women. So a woman in a private company for the same job, for the same requirements, can have less pay than a man. It shouldn't be that way. And that's the things that have been in our constitution forever. So they're not as easy to change. In everyday life, I think it's good.
Can you drive a car?
I do, I drive every day.
That's pretty good.
Tashreeb is Iraqi to its core, but our next food is the country's national dish. And in the land of kebabs and lamb, you may be surprised to learn it's carp.
This place is amazing. I've never seen anything like this. It's a food known as Masgouf. Apparently it's the national dish of Iraq.
You think that this might be like a special night for having these many fishes like around the fire, but that's just the evening time in Baghdad. Everybody agrees on Masgouf as it's not just the national dish of Iraq, it is the national dish of the whole country.
This is Hamdani, a local guide who knows this country inside and out, from its long history to the food that defines it.
We call it Masgouf because it's cooked vertically up front of the fire.
Prepping it might sound simple, but it's easier said than done. First, you have to catch a slippery carp by hand. Then there's the cleaning and gutting.
When I think carp, I think a fish that can survive in any type of conditions. Here they just have a shallow, slimy looking pool. Who knows, the fish could probably survive in there for days, even without an oxygenator. So these are a hardy fish. They know how to survive. From here, I think a fish with kind of a higher fat content that's not too delicate. If you had tilapia and you tried to slap it on there, I mean, it would just fall apart. It would be a mess.
After hitting it with a dash of salt, it's ready to swim toward that fiery inferno.
Let's take a quick dive into Sumerian time periods. We're talking 4000, 6000 BC. And from that time period, we see on beautiful reliefs on clay, Sumerians carrying fish and putting them exactly in this way. And it has to be wooden sticks holding it to the fire. If it's an iron grill, that's not Masgouf.
Right now we are in the belly of the beast. I'm between these two carp bonfires and it is literally hundreds of degrees. We can only stand to be here for a few seconds because the flame is so intense. I don't know how these workers do it, but they do night after night, roasting up to 500 fish in a single night and 62 at a time between this fire ring and that smaller one in the back. I've never seen anything like it. Once you're a little bit closer, you can actually see how it works. They put the fish on the fire, but I think to protect it from getting too much heat, they put one of these tinfoil plates around it to help disperse the heat. So the heat's not being too concentrated at any one time on the fish. And my God, these workers, I'm not sure how they get through the day. I hope they have good health insurance. I have a feeling they don't have any insurance.
A proper Masgouf takes anywhere from 2 to 3 hours to roast, and this country loves it so much, they gave it its own day of the week.
There is a tradition in a sense. If you want to have good luck or you want to get more money, you would have fish every Wednesday.
That's so fascinating. It sounds very Chinese. And so this is just an old Iraqi tradition.
Yeah, you would ask your great grandpa and he would say exactly the same, like, oh, my grandpa always had it on Wednesday.
We don't know where it actually comes from.
You know, it looks really cool on the fire, but when it gets to the table,
Underwhelming?
well, it looks like it could blend in. You can't really distinguish the different fish parts.
But that's kind of the beauty of it. It's just the bare minimum, yet absolutely everything you're looking for.
We go to the bread now. Now, this bread is half missing. It's an optical illusion.
It's artistic.
Is there a reason that it's sliced in this fashion?
Should there be?
Yeah, no.
Typically, we know which areas are filled with tiny bones and which areas are with bigger bones that you can distinguish.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know I'm walking into like a landmine here. So I need to like negotiate my way around the bones while eating this. I'm gonna put that on top of the bread.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Definitely tastes like freshwater fish. Very minerally, plenty of fat. The piece I got was a little bit mushy.
That's because it's closer to the center.
But it could use a little bit of a flavor enhancer. But that's why we have this right here.
It's a mango sauce, a little bit sweet, but it's very flavorful.
And another thing we can do is just squeeze the citrus fruit.
Cool, now I can dodge bones and seeds. Thank you. Do you want to drop some glass in there too? From here, I'm gonna hit it in that savory mango sauce. Let's see what happens now. Whoa, that is a powerful sauce.
It's like having barbecue sauce over a steak.
No.
Except like 100 times over.
Definitely the fish alone is not the right move. There's so much going on there. It's sour, it's salty, you've got the turmeric coming through.
It helps a lot with the oiliness and the fattiness with the fish itself.
It's fascinating as a national dish, and I wish more people around the world could try it. And as I've traveled, especially going around the USA and around the world, I've not seen so many Iraqi restaurants. I've tried 3 staples of this country so far, but all of them seem very different from each other. I can't figure out the thread. So what is it that makes Iraqi food and different from any other country?
Each meal has its own history. From different eras, from different time periods, from different conquering times.
A lot of our foods are very similar to neighboring countries' foods, but I think when it becomes Iraqi, it's very different. This is why you've said you haven't seen many Iraqi restaurants. Even if you do, you're rarely, if you ever will, find Masgouf there. It's cooked in a certain way.
That's a good point.
It has a culture around it. It's not just a dish. So with the traditions of, eating it every Wednesday or every Friday, even if you try to make it, you can't really get the same effect.
All right, very excellent, but I have one food remaining today. It is one of the most expensive foods that you will find in Iraq, and I'm gonna be trying that next.
Carrots, onions, potatoes. At first glance, it feels like the start of a very ordinary meal. But this is just the beginning of something far more spectacular. We're at Bebon, one of the most upscale restaurants in Baghdad, where Iraqi classics are served like fine dining.
All of people from the high tier of Iraqi society, they come here.
And tonight, they're preparing an Iraqi meat platter that costs over $400.
Chef, that's a nice looking piece of meat.
This is Iraqi lamb.
It looks very nice. You don't have to hold it the whole time. You can put it down. Are your arms okay?
Okay.
That's a pump. First, let's talk about our ingredient. This is the Iraqi lamb. As a chef, what is special about working with the Iraqi lamb?
In this part of the world, lamb isn't just lamb. There are over 200 different breeds of lamb, and this one belongs to the Agassi family, raised on this land for over 5,000 years, dating back to when civilization first began.
It has definitely a different taste comparing that with other lambs, and also so flexy, like so juicy.
Ooh, he knows that English word.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
It all starts with a marinade, lime juice, water, pepper, sugar, salt, flour, and paprika. All whisked together as olive oil is slowly added in.
What do you think makes it so juicy? Is it its diet or its DNA?
لا من خلال التغذية أكيد التغذية الطبيعية.
Diet.
The infused olive oil works its way into every corner of the meat.
Not only the diet, because in the north, they take their sheep to the mountains. That's why, the meat of the lamb of the north is so tight. It's not like, juicy.
We're in Baghdad right now, but something from the north, something from the west, it's gonna have a different flavor? Is that what you're saying?
صحيح.
I mean, that is some nuanced lamb.
Then the lamb is wrapped in parchment and sealed in foil before heading to the oven.
What type of people are ordering this?
So some people, they do have like a ceremonies, festival, for example, weddings.
So usually it's for special events, celebrations,
Yeah.
large amounts of people. The platter you're gonna be making today, how many people could it feed?
يعني 10.
10.
And then now think of the fattest person you know. How many of that guy could it feed?
When it comes to Quzi, the lamb is just the cherry on top. Underneath, rice creates a starchy bed, ready to soak in those fatty drippings. Not just one, but 6 rice varieties build the base of this platter, each with their own flavor. And on top, a nest of vermicelli noodles.
We have the rice and we have the lamb, but we need those two elements to come together. What tool are they gonna be using? Well, this right here, a ceramic plate. Can they do it? Let's find out. All right, 2 men, 4 plates. Each of the plates digging under the lamb. They're trying to get some leverage on this beast. And slowly they're moving it. Oh God, some bones have fallen off, but mainly the lamb is intact. They center it over the rice, and just like that, I believe they've done it. That is one tender piece of meat. Can I tell you something? That was less dramatic than I expected. These guys they're pros. They know what they're doing. And the 4-plate method, it's as old as time and it works every time.
Finally, the platter is garnished with raisins, cashews, and walnuts.
I was excited because we started the day having something very affordable, very accessible, something that anybody could have, but this is something that maybe few in Iraq have ever experienced. Or if they've had it, it's something they've had maybe once a year, and maybe they're in line with 20 other people just to get a little bit. But me and you, we're gonna feast.
Yeah, I'm starving to death, wallah.
Here, we're at a restaurant kind of for the more elite, the people who have some extra money to spend. And they're spending it on stuff like this. I mean, this is a platter that costs roughly $400. Osama, what would you guess is the average monthly salary for someone with a college degree who's like mid-20s, late 20s?
I don't know, like maybe like $400.
For Baghdad, $400 sometimes barely be enough for like 3 weeks, while in Mosul, for example, that could last me more than 2 months.
I mean, $400 is pretty expensive anywhere, but it's especially expensive here. Next, we're gonna break into the actual animal itself. Can you tell where the head and the butt is?
This is Mahanat. He lived through something most people can't imagine. His story is coming soon.
For us, we like start from here.
Oh, that's right, the big fatty tail.
That is very delicious and very sweet.
In Uzbekistan, they call it the dumba.
And hold it, hold it, hold it. Dude, change your position.
I would like to dig into this giant piece of meat, absolutely just get torn from the body. It's been maybe 45 minutes to an hour since it came out of the oven. It's still hot, it's steamy. I mean, look at that meat. This looks super delicious. So I'm gonna get my rice. I've got some fat here from the butt and some protein. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, wow. Wow, the fat has so much flavor. Now I get it. The meat is a bit lean and it's not exploding with flavor. You mix that with the rice, but especially the fat, and it's like lamb butter. It melts on your tongue. I mean, this is like the Wagyu of the Middle East. What is the most prized part after the ass?
حجر.
It's the under chest.
As opposed to butt fat, we have chest fat. I mean, this will beg the question, are you an ass man or a breast man?
Well, let's try and see. That's awesome.
It has a little different texture, kind of more greasy, I would say, than buttery. Not as intense as the back end, but still very nice.
This is why the back end is loved a little bit more, I would say.
So everybody on this table is an ass man. They're both good. If I had to choose one, it's the back end. That tail, 10 out of 10. Chef's kiss. When I started this video, I had a big question I wanted to answer, and that question is, do Iraqi people hate Americans? We'll get to that in a moment. First, I want to talk about some of the challenges Iraq has faced in the recent past.
Yeah.
My fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
The US invaded Iraq in 2003 and finally withdrew in 2011. Over 1 million lives were lost, and an unstable government was left behind. Amidst the chaos, ISIS began to gain control over parts of the country, including the city of Mosul, where Mohammed grew up.
It's a normal day, you go to sleep, wake up the next day, and you see a black flag raised within your city. And you kind of just left in question of what just happened overnight.
Mohammed lived through the brutal reality that followed: public executions, mass killings, and the kind of fear that reshaped daily life.
Over that period of time, more than 3,700 executions were carried out in Mosul. More than 10,000 members of the city are missing. You would see some of those executions happening in the middle of the streets. You see friends killed in the most horrible way. Over those years, now you're afraid to go out, because what if you leave and they ask you a question and you say an answer that you were not supposed to?
After 8 years of terror, a US-led coalition pushed through the final ISIS strongholds, bringing an end to their rule.
Everything that you experienced with ISIS in Mosul, would that have happened if the USA never came to Iraq in the first place?
He said during 2003, I was 9 years old. I wouldn't be able to say so or confirm or deny myself, but what we do know is that after that time there was a huge power vacuum, and we've only been in conflicts of one after the other until we got to ISIS.
My assumption is that the average American thinks that if they came to Iraq that they would be hated, they would be unwelcome, and maybe even be targeted. But what is the reality? Do Iraqis hate Americans?
No.
Quite the opposite.
As an Iraqi local, why would I hit someone I don't know?
There is a huge amount of welcoming to American citizens and foreigners within Iraq. They're kind of happy that Iraq is getting visitors.
You're saying not only do Iraqi people not hate Americans, you're saying they love the idea of Americans coming here.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, let's say the US as a country does seem to influence a lot of trends around the world. So having people come from that very place where a lot of ideas might sprout from is a huge honor to them in a sense, but at the same time is also a huge sense of welcoming. They love talking about what they have in here, and they are very happy to talk about it. Iraq has been getting a lot of American tourists for a while, even before Iraq became fully open for tourism, before visa on arrival, before e-visa recently. There was always people that were interested in the country.
And most of Americans, they're visiting Iraq so far. We did actually a study about it. Said, no, okay, Iraq is safer than many states in America.
Yeah, well, than any big city in the US, I'm sure. It's fascinating to get your point of view. My mind has been really blown and changed just one day being here in Baghdad. This place has been a pleasant surprise. The people have been incredibly hospitable, the food's incredible, and it feels like many other modern cities I've been to in this part of the world. It's unclear to me how long it takes for a reputation to catch up, and certainly news about violence and terrorism, that spreads a lot faster than news of peace and harmony. But I do hope the word gets out and that the right people hear it.